Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Gilded Tarot by Cyril Marchetti. There is a companion book by Barbara Moore. The website is llewellyn.com, if I got that correctly. That focuses. Supportive Oracle Cards, Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jesse Reish. There's a website way down here, if I get it in focus, hayhouse.com. I think it's over near my pinky. So if you're interested, there you go. Fair warning, my cat is nuts today. He is just all full of it. Knocking things over, opening doors. Oy. So fair warning, he might jump into frame at any time. I have no idea. My cat is cuckoo right now for whatever reason. He was nuts in the last couple of readings. Which is fine. I love my cat, but he's crazy. He's crazy, I tell you. He's crazy. There's a lot of earth coming your way. Not a bad thing. Somebody's got to tell you the truth. That feels very similar to... Cancer. Cancer needed... Somebody came forward with the truth for Cancer, too. Yours is different, though. Logan! Yours is definitely different. That cat, I tell you. I tell you. Logan, come on! Can't whistle. Anyway. No, they have to tell you the truth. There's something that they have to come forward with. You have that, well, they have the Eight of Wands, which is sometimes speed or travel. I get creativity with travel, again, over here, safe travel. But I'm also getting this Two of Swords. All this together, I feel like it's information. Especially with the, I feel like the swords, the Two of Swords is setting it in motion. Like this is the base energy. I feel like it's communication. I feel like there's a block. There's something they need to tell you. They're trying to find a creative way to tell you. And I feel like when they finally do tell you, it's going to come forward very fast. Like, it's almost like when you... It reminds me of like when somebody like, they let something slip and then they're like, oh, I just said that out loud. Like, oops. Like, that was a secret I wasn't supposed to tell people. Oops. That might be one of those moments for this person. They're very stressed. They're very stressed. They need to get this off their chest. But they need to get this off their chest to somebody who can actually make a difference with the information. I think this is why they're telling you, whether they realize it or not, your energy is active. Scorpio is usually an active energy. So when you hear this information, you're going to be like, okay, what do I need to do with it? Because I do feel like sometimes what you need to do with it is just keep it to yourself. And Scorpio is very effective at keeping things quiet if you decide that's what needs to be done. But it does put you in the power position. And they need somebody to help them manage this information. Something about this information, they just need somebody else to be there with them, know what they know, and help them figure out what to do with it. And you're like, well, I'll help you. I feel like your energy is like, well, yeah, that's important, and I'll help you figure out what to do with it. When this comes forward, they're warning not to overthink why this person is telling you this. Because I feel like this person, I don't know, I don't feel anything negative coming from them towards you. They're saying don't overthink why they're telling you. Just use the information and move forward. The information is appropriate. The base energy is like your energy is strong. I feel like it could be subconscious for some of these people where they're drawn to you because you have an active energy and they feel like you're the one who will know what to do with it. It may be subconscious, so they might not have it in the front of their brain where they can actually tell you, well, I've seen you do this, I've seen you do that. I know you move forward and you can handle this, so I need somebody to help me handle this, so I chose you. That may be subconscious. They may not have that to where they can speak to it. So it's almost like for some of you, part of this reading is that, so you get that answer. Hopefully, maybe that'll help. I mean, it's a general read. Take it where you got to take it naturally. But I feel like they're saying don't overthink the little things with this. Look at the broad picture and just move it forward. Don't overthink it. Something about this situation, if you overthink it, it just seems like it might monopolize your thoughts. It might bother you. I could see somebody waking up in the middle of the night going, wait, what? Wait a minute. What's going on with this? Wait, am I being set up for something? Like, there might be a little bit of paranoia in here. I don't know what to say about that. They're saying don't worry about it. It's the reason you would come forward that, like, if you overthink it, there's reasons where that would make sense why you would feel that way. True, that's valid, is what I'm getting. But they're saying if you don't overthink it, you don't have to put that stress on yourself. Makes sense why you would feel that way, but they're saying that's not going to happen here if this reading is hitting. It does make sense. They're not saying it doesn't make sense, but they're saying even if it were true, there's not much you could do about it, is what I'm also getting. Like, if people are that unscrupulous, there's a lot of different ways they could take it. So don't overthink it. Just move forward and just just think of the situation itself. Handle the situation itself. Don't overthink the little details, because there's things that are just a little bit off balance here. And the person you're dealing with does have a thing for secrets, so it's true. It makes sense why you're a little bit like, oh, I'm a little nervous with this. But they're saying step away from that. Don't overthink the person telling you this stuff. Don't overthink the small things. Look at the broad picture. Handle the information. Move the information forward. Just keep yourself in that arena. You should be okay. Which I know might be easier said than done, granted. Also, I'll throw this in here. Paul McKenna, big fan of Paul McKenna. He's a British author. I Can Mend Your Broken Heart. It is geared towards romantic relationships, but I use it for all different types of business, whatever you got. If you're having a hard time with a person or a situation, I would recommend getting that book and using those exercises. It will put you more in the control seat to handle your emotions and not let something drive you crazy, especially if you end up waking up in the middle of the night and something is just rolling around your head and you can't stop it. That book is very effective. Saying that as a Pisces who used to have a hard time stopping thinking about something that I didn't want to think about, the more I didn't want to think about it, the more I thought about it. That book taught me how to stop that negative cycle, which is the only thing in my life that's ever worked, in case that helps. It's Paul McKenna, I Can Mend Your Broken Heart. Anyway, he has other titles too if you're interested. Back into this reading here. Because I do see all that came through with this. This situation has a lot of moving pieces and it's going to go on for quite a while. Whatever you're getting involved with, there's a lot of moving pieces and it's going to go on for quite a while. It does seem to bother you. There's a lot of stress with this. Don't overthink the small things. Look at the broad picture, move that information forward. I know I've said that a lot, but for some reason this situation, because it goes on for so long, could easily drive you nuts. I don't know what else to say about that. Because I'm getting this Nine of Swords with this Seven of Pentacles. Like, it could, but they're saying it's going to be fine. You have to search out other information during the situation. You're going to have to search out more information, additional information. Always go look at the broad picture. Only look at stuff or only search out stuff that's good for the large view, the broad picture, the overall situation. Don't get involved in the little things. Like, if so-and-so has an issue with so-and-so, let so-and-so deal with that themselves. Don't get involved with that. That's like a little piece. Look at the broad thing. Deal with the broad. Just keep yourself there, or you're going to drive yourself batty. You really will. Because what'll happen is, like, I'll just fix this little thing, which just branches off into a couple other things, which branches off to more things, until you're in the madhouse. I'm just telling you. So they're saying don't get involved in the small pieces, broad picture, big picture. That's your thing. You manage the major piece, not the little things. Just stay away from that. I get the term micromanaging. I don't know how that applies here, but if that makes sense to you, avoid it. If you want to look up micromanaging on Google, I guess, or Bing, wherever, that might give a better definition decide if you've been a part of that. They're saying avoid it. Just avoid it. Which includes allowing somebody else to micromanage you, which I do feel like you can shut that down too. Are we good? Okay. What else do I have here? This person, by the way, they're a really good ally for you. They've got, I feel like this is your card. This is the Scorpio card, the Death card. They are very aligned with you. I'm getting this as they're aligned with you. I do get Harvest with the Death card. They want to release the situation. They want to release the burden of this situation to someone else. But they don't seem to get away from it, by the way. So I feel like this person, they're handing you this Ace of Pentacles. They're going to give you more information. This person may be a very, very good source of information for this subject, whatever that is they told you. They're going to have other secrets, yes. But this subject that they're opening up about, I feel like they're an open book for this subject. They want to release it. They want to let it go. And by giving you the information, it's almost like they're letting you do what you want with it. They're giving you the control of it because they want to be exonerated, I want to almost say. They want to let go of it. And this is the best they can do because they're still stuck in the middle of it, but they're passing the power over to you. I don't know why, but for the way this reading is going, it feels like it's okay. That might be their role in this situation, to not handle the situation, but to absorb the information and hand it off to somebody else who can be effective with it. And I think you're the person that can be effective with it. I don't know how that sounds, but it's a general read. Take it where you got to take it. That may be their actual role. Like, this is what the universe wants them to do, to not overly get involved, but to take the information and pass it on to somebody who can actually make use of it, and that would be you. You seem to have more access to the bigger picture. That might be another reason why they pass it on to you. You have better access to more overview of it, and they don't have that ability anyway, or don't feel like they do. So that may be why. This is a complicated situation, especially because I don't feel like it ends. Even though the Death card's coming in, and the Harvest, I don't think this is ending. Because they're showing where this person can't get completely out of it, but they want out of it. And I feel like you're their ticket out, even though you're really not. You're just kind of like where they're relaying the information from, or to, and they're stuck in it anyway. They don't get out of it. I don't know what to say about that. But to them, it's a big relief of stress. There's more healing for them. Once they start telling you, the more they trust you, the more they tell you. I keep getting this, the 8 cups, Scorpio's water, cups is water. It's very compatible. They very much trust you. And the Hierophant is like, they're very devoted and very loyal to you, by the way. The longer this goes, the more loyalty they have to you, because they feel like that they tell you all these things. They may tell you some stuff that's not very pleasant to hear, but you tell them how they need to handle it. They respect that. They do as you say. They also feel like they're able to process these emotions without taking the information somewhere where they don't want to. Like, they don't want the recognition for letting out this information. They don't want that recognition. And I feel like you know how to handle this information where people don't know that this person's telling you stuff. And you're handling it in a very strategic way to where I'm shutting things down, or I'm moving things around, or I'm handling this, or I'm making this better without people realizing I have ears where they don't realize I have ears. The situation does feel very complicated. There's a lot of healing here. It's very effective. It does seem like one of those situations where there's a lot of unscrupulous things happening. But if it's like, if that whoever's doing those unscrupulous things, if they get called out directly, they just find a different way to hide. So in this situation, instead of calling them out directly, it's just somebody else is telling you, well, they're going to do this next, and they're going to do that next. And you're finding ways to handle this stuff without them knowing you already know what they're going to do before they do it. and you handle it in a way to where they get minimal success with what they're doing, but they still don't realize that people have the intel on them, and people are like, 10 steps ahead of them before they pull their ridiculousness. But the reason this is handled this way is because they're always there, they're always doing what they're doing, and if you call them out, they just change their game, they just hide a little better, they find a new hiding space. If we don't call them out directly, they don't change their hiding space, we always know where they are, we can keep a better eye on them, and that way they don't get too out of control. I don't know how that sounds, but that's how it's coming through. Wherever that goes, it goes. Anything else with this? Alright, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below as well. Same email. And thank you for watching. Have a good day.